Gang, welcome back to another vlog. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're sitting comfortably, and I hope you're ready to learn about how to grow a big fucking chest, because that's the topic of today's vlog. If you're not, if you don't want to learn about that, then I'll probably see you in the next vlog. But for those of you who do want to learn about it, then sit back and relax. And I do find that there's a few areas that I find that most people can't grow. One of them's calves. Sorry, I can't help you there. One of them is delts, which we'll get into in another vlog, and one of them is chest. I tend to find that things like back and legs, they're just years and years and years of just heavy work, right? Whereas it's like chest and delts and stuff like that, they're a bit more, you have to think about them a bit more. Hence why we're making this vlog. So, where I think a lot of people go wrong, there's mainly like, I suppose like 4 different areas where I think that most people go wrong. One of them is going to be, I suppose, like pressing with their chest up. Now, when I say that, it's like when you look at someone press, and I want you to go into your local gym and basically just have a look at how people press. It's just moving from point A to point B, and it's just like so routine, and it's so like just, I'm just going to push weight, I'm just going to push numbers up. But they don't think about presenting the chest. Now, what I mean by that is like, think about your chest, basically how it functions, right? It basically adducts, and I suppose like abducts and adducts, right? So essentially it brings your arm kind of like close to this position here, which is essentially like in the midline, right? So essentially if you're just going from point A to point B, right, and just pressing, it's like you're not really thinking about the whole function of the pec, you know? So in order to be presented with the chest, you kind of have to be, or present the chest in order to have the most stimulus, you almost have to almost like converge into that midline, you know? So your presses, for the majority, have to be converging into that midline. Things like chest pressing, things like, I suppose like dumbbell pressing to a certain extent. As long as the majority of your pressing is converging into that midline, I think you're good, right? And what I mean by presenting the chest is that a lot of people, when they're pressing, especially with like chest pressing, is you'll see them and they'll like round their shoulder forward, right? Whereas if you like puff your chest out and actually present the chest, you're going to have a lot more stimulus. So you're presenting the chest in that lengthened position, and then you're converging into the midline. That is going to be the fucking key to building your chest. The same with flies. So that's on point number 2, is the same with flies. A lot of people just fly with this motion here, where they're basically like this, right? And they're kind of like just moving their front delt, or moving their arm basically just to and fro essentially, right? And in order to grow a big fucking chest, you have to present that fucking chest to the fly. You have to think about puffing your chest out and then presenting the stimulus towards it. That's fucking vital, right? Because essentially the reason why people have got massive front delts and kind of a small chest, or a small-ish chest relative to their front delt, is quite simply, they're moving too much in this plane and they're pressing too much in this plane. Whereas if you, again, present the chest, you puff your chest out, you present it to stimulus, you present the chest to stimulus, you're going to get a lot of fucking stimulus. So there's tip 2. Tip 3. The amount of people that I see in the gym, especially with chest training, is just very relevant with chest training. It's just like, just no eccentric control at all. And it's just going from here to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. And it's like, if you go too fast, and what I want you to do is go into a gym, and I really want you to go really, really fast and think about, where the fuck am I feeling this stimulus? So I can guarantee you're going to say one area, and it's going to be triceps, right? So the reason why a lot of people have got really big triceps and really big front delts and a shit chest, right, is quite simply they lack control, and again, they don't present the fucking chest. So I want you to control the fucking movement. Now, that's not saying that you need to have like 30-second eccentrics, not at all, right? You need to have or strike a fine balance towards it. However, if you have controlled eccentrics, right, loaded, so you're going pretty heavy, and you, again, present the chest, I'll say that again, you're going to be building a chest, right? So, yeah, control the eccentrics, don't take the piss, but control the eccentrics under load, under heavy load, you're going to build a chest. Lastly, a lot of people neglect incline pressing and incline flies and stuff like that, but the very, I suppose, like, angle you are going to gain the most amount of hypertrophy from a chest is going to be in that incline press. In that incline, I suppose it would be position. Whether you fly, you cuff fly in that position, whether you press in that position, you're going to get a lot of fucking stimulus from incline positions with pressing, right? And flies. So I suppose like a lot of people will just go flat, or they'll go to like a 10-degree incline, so a low incline. They'll rarely go, I suppose, like 45, 50 degree, 60 degree incline, right? Because they assume that it's a shoulder press. And you're going to be lengthening and, again, shortening the pec in that regard, especially in that fly motion. If you have like a fly, like a clavicular fly motion, you know, you're going to be building such a big top line. I'll really get you to think here, right? How many people have you seen have a shit like lower portion of the chest? It's very rare, right? How many people have you seen with a shit top line? It's a lot. And it's where most people lack, is that top line, right? So essentially, if you incline press and you have the majority of your flies in that incline position, you're still going to be generating a lot of hypertrophy in that under section. If you have a lot of your pressing and a lot of your flies in the incline position, you're going to be building this top section as well as the bottom section, right? That laced with control, presenting the chest in fly and pressing motions, that's how you build a chest. So yeah, if you take all of them tips and apply it into your own training, you're going to be building a fucking big chest. I can almost guarantee it, but I'm not going to guarantee it, because you'll come back to this fucking vlog in like 3 years and go, Jack, I didn't build a chest. But I can almost guarantee it. Why? It's because I see it with my athletes all the time. So yeah. Anyway, that was this week's vlog. Bit different. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be shouting out the giveaway winner in next week's vlog, so watch out for that. I appreciate the 1k subs. We've finally got there. I know that last vlog we were like 994, whatever it was. But we're finally there. Appreciate your support as always. Hope you're well. And yeah, guys, I'll speak to you in the next vlog.